All right, we got some more crazy text messages that customers and riders send to drivers. We're going to share them right now. Hey everyone, my name is Chris and this is Real Rideshare Stories. And we have some more screenshots from texts from riders who sent to their drivers. And we're going to go over them right now. All right, our first text comes from a rider named Daniel. And he texts us saying, I'm not trying to rush, but could kind of hurry. Standing outside, please and thank you. Well, Daniel, we get this text all the time from different riders all over the board. You're no different. Not going to disobey the speed limit or anything because you are outside waiting. Whether you're in the rain or something like that, well, you probably should wait in the house, in a building, wherever you were. Just saying. Now, this text comes through quite often, and if you've been a driver for a little while, you've probably seen this. But again, if somebody like this texts you, you might want to cancel because it's never going to be good enough for them. And you're probably going to be getting a lower rating. Now, not always, but there is a possibility. So just be aware if you do take that ride. They might be an entitled rider. All right, and our number 2 text. Well, I know it's not a text, but there was a text conversation, and this was still funny nonetheless. And I saved it for number 2 for a reason. You're going to see in a second. So it says, I always hit I've arrived when I pull up. And the rider texted, see, I said text. The rider texted saying, I'm on the toilet, which the person thought was weird. All right. And then the driver responded saying, well, 1 or 2, thinking it was a joke. Come on. That's kind of funny. That's why I put this as the second message. See, you got it there. The rider cancels, which is hilarious. And then the second part of this is he drives off and takes 2 lefts and gets a ping. Yep. Dying and in hysterical laughing. The next left and back at the original pickup. So she comes out, 20-year-old female gets in and doesn't say a word. You drop her off and go. So that was hilarious. Hey, well, when they're on the potty, you want to ask 1 or 2. Kind of makes sense, right? All right, and now let's get to our third message from a rider to a driver. Now, this might have a few drivers not wanting to take this ride, but this rider had it right because they notified that it's going to be a third-party ride. The conversation went actually pretty funny. So here you go. And it said from Jonathan passenger, or the person who ordered the ride, at least in this case, said, picking up these fine ass white girl with a fat ass. Good job, man. Her name is Brittany. So then the driver responded and said, be there in 2 minutes. As long as she has a mask, it's all good. So this driver doesn't have a problem taking a third party ride. Again, this is going to be up to you if you want to do that or not. I'm not going to say yes or no. It's up to you. And then Jonathan responds, she should have one. She knows the fucking rules. And then the driver said, no need to curse at me. So, you know, you had a little bit of fun there. And then I guess the person took it a little too far. But either way, good job, Jonathan. All right. And the fourth message, and this actually started because it was a long ride. And it was to a rider named Sean. So keep that in mind. So it says, hey there, I got a long trip alert, but it doesn't tell me what city. Asking, what city are you going to? So this person responds, San Antonio. And then the driver says, all right, cool. Let me gas up and I'll be right there. Sean, this is where you made the mistake. Can I get a female driver, please? Sean. No. I don't know what you're trying to pull, but the answer is no. You can cancel and try to get a female passenger, but if you're going to San Antonio for whatever particular reason, and it seems like it's going to be a long ride, then you might not want to do that. Oh, and this is an alert for the female Texas drivers out there. If you get an Uber passenger by the name of Sean spelled this way, just be careful. And the final text to go over from a rider and drivers, if you ever see this, never, ever do this or something like this at a rider's request. Never. Don't do it. You'll see why right now. So you see on here from Bryce, I'll give you a tip and a 5-star review. Yeah, we've all seen that before. But here comes the request. Can you go out of the car and say to the parents, you're Talia's dad, please? The thing is, never do that. You don't know who the other person is on the other line, and you don't know what's going on. You don't want to inject yourself into something like that. The best thing to do, cancel and move on to the next ride. Not to mention, but the person getting in your car is a third-party rider, and they're probably underage, the way it sounds from that text. So right there, cancel, move on to the next. All right, those are just a few of the crazy texts that customers and riders send drivers that they see on a daily basis. When I get some more, if you'd like, I'll make another one. But I want to hear, what would you do in some of these situations? Like the 1 or 2 toilet conversation. Would you send it back or would you wait? What would you do? Also, then something like the last text that we saw, where they're trying to get you to say that you're somebody you're not in order to let that person get in your car. I have a huge problem with that. I could make an entire video just on that last text alone. But I want to hear what your thoughts are on these and what are some of the crazy things that you've had. Comment below, let us know. All right, that's the end of the video. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, ring the bell for notifications so you'll be notified every time a new video is uploaded. And if you have a crazy conversation from a rider or passenger and you want to share it and maybe make it into a part 3 video or beyond, make sure you hit me up. And as always, never drink and drive. Always tip your drivers, your delivery drivers, and your shoppers. And we'll see you next time.